Yeah, no, that looks correct. Excellent. Alrighty, we are just setting up. We won't be a moment. Oh, there's the notification. Saobao is now live. It's always such a nice notification to get. Just gonna turn that down just a wee bit. Saobao is live. There's that stream notification. Love to see it. Just gonna make sure everything's working well on my side. Love to see it. There we go. Oh, hello, Ducky. Welcome in. We are... Oh, there we go. We are about to go live. No, we are live. We're about to start is what I'm trying to say. Sorry, I'm trying to set everything up. Hello, Ducky. How are you? There we go. Let me just... I need to get everything set up and working. So I'm just going to quickly pull up a new page in our notebook because we are starting a new randomizer today. Alright. There we go. Do I have a pen anywhere? I'll find a pen soon. We are starting our new randomizer seed today. And it's a very exciting seed because I don't know what the seed's going to be. Alrighty. Shall we get into it? Excuse me. Excuse me. There we go. Bear with me for 1 second. There we go. I'm good. My family says hi. Hello, Ducky's family. It is nice to hear from you all. Well, this is gonna be annoying. Let me sort something out. Hang on. There we go. Put that there. That there. My there we go. My computer is not working for me today, so I'm having to do a stream layout a little bit differently. Hello, Placehold. Welcome in. There we go. Now I can somewhat see what's happening. Let's go. Boom, boom. We are playing a new seed today, as I mentioned, except I don't even know what's randomized. I had someone else randomize this for me, so let's see how we go. Alright, shall we get into it? I need a name from the chat. What's our name for this seed today? Our last one was tofu. So what are we gonna have today? Ooh. Let's see what we get. Oh, hello, Dodonks. Welcome in. Derpy. Derpy it is. I love it. Derpy. Hello, Deherminator. Welcome in. Hope you're having a great day. Alright, let's see what we I mean, okay, sure. Absolutely, sure. Oh, okay, we've got Climb Anywhere on. I escaped from the cow house. I escaped from the cow pen by climbing. Huh. The more you know, that doesn't have collision. Okay, we have an ocarina. Oh, hang on. We have ocarina notes, so that's not shuffled. Alright, so we have an ocarina. We have nothing else. Excellent. And we started in the cow pen. Interesting. Hello from Norway, CyberGamer1999. Hello, welcome in. I hope you're having a lovely... I have no idea what time of day it is in Norway right now, but I hope you're having a lovely day, morning, night, evening, / whatever. We are, well, I'm in Australia, so yes. Hello from Norway, I appreciate it. Okay. Pot Rando doesn't seem to be on, question mark? All of those were vanilla items. So that doesn't seem to be on. Morning, almost 11. Oh, very nice. Nice time of day for you. It's currently almost 7 PM at night. I'm actually streaming later than normal tonight, and that's because I really got distracted. Alright. That was a really weird close-up zoom on her face. Alrighty, so we are gonna have a bit of an explore around here because I genuinely have no idea what's randomized. It looks like crates might be randomized based off that alone. Let's quickly make our way to the graveyard. Okay, so that's... Let's quickly make our way to the graveyard. If nothing else, I want to see... Okay, so crates are randomized. That's nice to know. I want to see... There's a big patch of grass right here. I want to see if there's... Okay, so grass rando is on. Very nice. That's what I wanted to check. We can't do much else here. Because this little brat will tell us that we're not allowed to mess with the... Wait a second. No, that's not true. We have climb anywhere on, don't we? Oh, that's exciting. We could just climb up here. Okay. So crate rando's on, which is interesting. But pot rando doesn't seem to be on. Okay, yeah, very nice. Lurking for a bit, driving. If you get a fish, I will do a happy dance. I hope you have a lovely drive, please hold. I hope you have a lovely drive, and if we get a fish and you have a happy dance, please be safe with your happy dance while driving. Alright, let's see what this says. Great Bay Temple Walk gives green rupee. Nice, okay. I don't remember it raining here as a kid, but sure, okay. Is it meant to be raining here as a kid? Oh, whatever. Maybe it's because we went up to Shadow Temple. I don't remember that being an effect though. Alright, let's see what we get. So there's a few checks that we can do while we're down here. We can at least see what this heart piece in the thing is. Okay, so yeah, crate rando is definitely on. That looks to be a Greg. Excellent. This is really interesting so far. Okay, obviously we weren't gonna make that, but I can climb. I like Zelda and my partner likes it. Only played this one, but my partner played a lot of them. Oh, that's awesome. So, oh yeah, I should probably explain what this is then. That's really awesome. I'm glad that you liked, you enjoyed this game, and I'm glad you and your partner are able to bond over that. That's awesome. Finding a freezing Goron gives a shock trap. We have not seen a shock trap in any of our randomizers before, so that's going to be interesting. I knew that was a new feature of this randomizer, so we'll have to see what that looks like. This is an Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask combined randomizer, which means that the games are combined together into one ginormous game. And all the items are randomized between both games. So we might find an important item for Ocarina of Time in Majora's Mask, and we might, ooh, excellent, and vice versa. So we might, nothing there, excellent. We might go to, say, Arcana Graveyard. Oh, this is closed. Okay, interesting. But we can just climb over, so that's fine. we love logic. So yes, so we might find the hook shop for Ocarina of Time in Great Bay Temple of Majora's Mask, and we might find the Deku Mask right here on Death Mountain. So it's really cool, and that's about all. No, I'm kidding. We won't, normally we have a set goal. So the set goal might be that we defeat Ganon and Majora, or we might defeat one of them, or we might be looking for Triforce pieces. So we might be, we could do any of those things. Which one will we be doing? I have no idea. So this seed was built by some friends of mine, some dear friends of mine, and I have no idea what's happening. That's it. That's the whole thing. We have no idea what the seed is about, and I get to discover that at the same time as you. I was 7 when this came out. Oh, that's awesome. I don't actually know how old I was. I was younger than 7. I don't want to put my entire age on the internet just in case, but like, yeah, I was definitely younger than 7. But I was alive when this came out. Very much so. This was like one of the first games I played, along with Super Mario 64. I was not good at either. Okay, cool. There's not much that we can really do here. Oh yeah, I definitely know it came out in 1998. I just really wasn't sure how much I should, how much of my age I should divulge on the internet. So again, there's not too much that we can do here. I was just more so checking the pots. As well as that, there is a randomizer option to randomize all major areas. So I did want to travel outside of major areas just to see if the entrance randomizer was on. Luckily for us, it doesn't seem to be, so that's very nice. Something I am very wildly curious about, however, is whether or not our location is shuffled every time we save and quit, or if it'll always just appear in the cow patch, or if it was just when we first started. I have no idea. We will find that out soon, I'm sure of it. Alrighty, we're just gonna make our way up through Death Mountain now. And while we're doing so, I have just set up, I've just set up a little gamba for us, our first gamba of the day. Let's go, heads or tails. You all know the drill. You all know how to do this one. Feel free to get your points in. All right. I should really learn to walk backwards while doing this. Oh crap, am I already gonna die? She'll be right. She may not be right. I forgot that I don't have a projectile to kill these things with. Excellent. Excellent, there's a gossip stone here. Wait, what was that? Woodfall Temple Gecko gives dungeon map for Woodfall. That tells me that dungeon maps are probably own dungeon. Either that or we just got really confusing with the dungeon maps anywhere on. Either or, that's not a big issue. Alright, because we have practically no health, we're not going to be able to do pretty much anything in here. Alright, so that's... I forgot the gold sculptures there. GG. Thank you. Alright, let's go. We're gonna go back to CAC now. Easy. Excellent. And we are... Again, there's not too much that we can do here, really. Let's... no, that's a... Oh, okay, there's a chest in the grave in CAC that we should check out, just in case the chest has anything of value. Otherwise, we are probably going to save and quit and see if that reshuffles us, or if we just go back to the cow house. So we're just going to check that, I reckon. Get down. Thank you. Get down with your bad self, Link. Alright, so nothing here. That's good to know. Can you do Sun's song check? Not without Zelda's Lullaby. So we would need Zelda's Lullaby for that one. Otherwise, we would do it now. Okay, so we end up in Cow House every time. That's good to know. It was a fairly good shot about whether or not we were going to end up in Cow House. So I wasn't too stressed. What we are going to do is we are going to quickly check sculptures, because I don't know if I should be killing these things or not. Alrighty. 10 spiders is recovery heart. Okay, so 10 spiders is dead. 50 is dead. That's really good. 30 is dead. 40, you better be dead. Yep, and last is 20. Spiders are dead. That's grand. That's my favorite thing I've heard all day. Love that for us. It's better than the time that 50 spiders for me was... Oh, oh, that's just really embarrassing, isn't it? Oopsies. Alright. How long do we have left on our heads or tails? I genuinely can't see. We have a minute left in heads or tails. So don't forget to get in your points for that. Clip it, that's hilarious. I walk into the stupid sculpture and immediately die. That's so stupid. Alrighty. Let's go Hyrule Field. Again, there's nothing we can do in Hyrule Field, but we can at least wait for daytime and then go to Pot Room. I think that's our best bet. Okay, so at least the entrance shuffle isn't on for this, which is nice. Now, little known fact, standing on this bridge, in the middle of this bridge, makes the skull children not appear. You won't get attacked if you stand here on the bridge. They only appear on the grass. They'll only spawn when you're on the grass. So when you're on the path or the bridge, they just straight up don't spawn up, which is very nice. Alright. Heads or Tails has now closed, so we're going to call that now before I forget again. Heads or Tails? Alrighty, anyone who chose... Oh, almost clicked the wrong one. Anyone who chose Heads, congratulations! Hello Snecky, welcome in! I see we aren't full sending into chaos today. Not today, thankfully. So we are doing a combo randomizer as per usual, except I actually don't know what's randomized. No idea on what's randomized. So we are figuring it all out. Oh, right, that's right. Pots aren't randomized, are they? That's... Okay, cool. Pots aren't randomized, so pot room isn't really even helpful for us. Oh, yeah. Alright, but the crates are randomized, so it was nice to check it at the very least. Alright, so, world's most useless pot room. Also, how are you today, Snacky? How are we all? I know I've asked that, but still. The best kind. Absolutely. Deherminator and 2 others, congratulations on your points. I actually can't tell who won that, but thank you so much for putting in channel points for that, and congratulations for your win. Let's see if shops are shuffled. Shops are not shuffled. But the prices are expensive. We've got a fish for 220 rupees. This is... okay. You know what? The price isn't quite as bad as last time. At least we're not seeing a fish for like double the price of a Triforce piece. And if it happens as we walk into this shop, I'm gonna laugh. It's not gonna happen, but still. But at least, straight off the bat, we can buy... Ooh, hang on. How much is the shield? I feel like I should check that. Okay, we were never going to afford that. Let's buy a Deku stick. It might be stupid getting rid of all of our money now, but it's kind of good as well. Number one, having a Deku stick is going to be really nice for when we do need to sort of... If we do need to fight ourselves, if we can go out to Hyrule Field, and if we get the broken Deku stick glitch, we can sort of go through there. Defeating Gomez gives green rupee. Excellent. Goron Race gives 10 arrows. Song of Time can be found around Desert Colossus. That's a hint we actually do want. Also, that is slightly cursed, not gonna lie. Way of Hero. Foolish. That's another thing I should note. We don't actually have an idea of the logic of this seed. So again, a lot of our seeds have been full logic. Some of them have been no logic. We actually don't know if this seed is full logic or no logic. And what I mean by that is we don't know if the game's even beatable at this stage. We hopefully will find that out. Song of Time is in Desert Colossus. Excellent. Oh, today has been good. Building new battle station desk for my PC setup. Hey, that's awesome. That's really good. They say that GTG toilet room gives small key for GTG not required. Excellent. That's good to know. Today's been good. Yeah, that's really awesome. I love that for you. That sounds like a really good day as well. Door of Time is closed. Okay, Fire Temple, Shadow Temple, Spirit Temple. Okay, Prelude of Light, not required. Okay, so we do know that the spiritual stones are found at their original location, found at the Blue Warp Shuffles, or at least in the dungeons, not necessarily just in the overworld. What's the required, not required? I don't remember seeing that before. It does appear on individual hints. So it just means that it does specify if an item is required or not. So the Prelude of Light is not straight up required for us to defeat the game, although can be very helpful. Quality of life thing. But the Song of Time is straight up required because it's the thing that stops us from having the moon crash and all of that. Great Bay Temple Walk gives green rupee. So it just tells you which items are required. So having the boomerang listed as not required means that you know that you don't have to do Jabby Jabby's Belly or Baronade. Or if it says required, are you kidding me? It says required, there's a good chance that you're going to have to do Jabby Jabby or Baronade. It's just a nice little additional slight hint. Most of the time, knowing whether or not it's required or not required isn't even that helpful, but it's still nice to check. There we go. So we are climbing up here for two reasons. Number one, there is a gossip stone up here that I do want to check. Number two, we are passing time to make it nighttime. Not because we get to check the shops, but more because little Richard needs to be returned to his owner. I don't really know how to work this, but we're gonna check to see if butterflies is randomized. I actually don't know how this works. Okay, I can't be bothered. So there is a thing that can be randomized. Butterflies can be randomized, and I have never done this before. Both because it's a little broken, and also because I just don't know. I never. Dodongo's Cavern is foolish. Excellent. DC is foolish. Good to know. Some things it's just annoying to do, and butterflies is one of those. So in vanilla gameplay, if you touch a butterfly with the end of your deku stick, it will actually turn into a fairy. Super cool, right? And then if you okay, cool, excellent. And in the randomizer, that fairy can be randomized. So it's just nice to check, but I've honestly never been able to figure out how to get it to work. Alright. We are at nighttime now. I've always hated the texture on the back of Link's shirt. On the front, it's annoying too, but it's even worse on the back. It doesn't look like wrinkles in a shirt. It just looks like ribs. And it just, yeah, it's always annoyed me. Why is Prelude not required? Because you're able to get to the Temple of Time without Prelude. That's pretty much it. Why did I get that dog to follow me? Stupid. Yeah, so Temple of Time, you can get there without Prelude. It's more seen as a quality of life thing. For the same reason that even though it would be really nice to have, oh, okay. Happy Mask Shop is only available during the daytime. Okay, interesting. So we can't go in there at of a night time. That's good to know as well. Get away from me, you stupid dog. Anyway, alright, we're just gonna have to give the dog to the woman and then get yelled at for it. So yeah, we can get to Temple of Time without Prelude. So that's why it's seen as not required. Okay, the dog's just gone now. That's nice. Alright. But for example, if we were to never get there, if the Gerudo card was not within the logic or not seen as required, Requiem, a spirit, may be considered required. It's more balancing quality of life versus actual necessity. Alright. Richard! Gives me nothing! Excellent! That's what we like to see. We are how long into this stream? 26 minutes, and we are yet to receive a single item. Grand. What does this place sell? Vanilla. I've never been to this. Oh, it's a Bonshu shop. $10 Bonshus, 35 rupees. We'll keep that in mind. I don't think I've ever been to that place in vanilla gameplay. Starting strong. Oh, that's alright. We'll pick it up. It's nice to have a little bit of a challenging start. Okay. Let's... Alright, let's go back over here and make it daytime because we are kind of stuck here otherwise. Oh, actually, we can save and quit, can't we? Let's return to spawn again. Alrighty. The dog's still following me? How is the dog still following me? Oh my god, the dog warped. Guys, no cap, the dog's just straight up warped with me from Castle Town. How far will this dog go with me? I love the dog emote. Alright, come on dog, you're coming with me. We're going on an adventure. Your name is now Toto. Come on doggy. Don't tell Muffin, she'll be jealous. Wait, will the dog... I don't think the dog will actually go to Hyrule Field. Oh my god, I love this. Oh, let's go doggy. Oh my god, I love this. Dog percent, absolutely. Okay. Oh, the dog's no longer following us. Okay, be free. Enjoy your life away from the castle. It's just a static item that I can just push around now. It's not even responding to me. That's so funny. OMG, my daughter just yelled at the TV. Hello, Toto. That's right. Good daughter. Hello, Toto. Okay, Toto's gonna be free now. Bye, Toto. Literally just stopped responding after a while. Toto.exe stopped working. Alright, go away. Alright. I think our best place to go is right back to the beginning. Unless we waste our only Deku stick and do this. Oh, actually, no. There we go. I was gonna say, let's wait till daytime. What? But we did get the broken Deku stick glitch, which is really nice. That was a knockback trap, which is a special kind of trap that knocks us back. I feel like that's fairly self-explanatory. These are a bunch of new sort of traps. We've always had ice traps, but these are sort of new traps added in for the seed that we have never seen before, which is really kind of cool if I'm being honest. Oh crap. There is a good chance that we die here, not gonna lie. Okay, cool. So with broken Deku... Oh, Moon's here. Okay, with broken Deku Stick, we can actually, oh, okay. Bear with me. Let's update these things. Where's my other tracker? There we go. We have, we got the Goron. We got the bow. Excellent. And it seems to be shared items, or at least some of the items are shared. Yes! Oh, that is so nice. That means when we do eventually find magic, that's unlimited magic for us. Straight off the bat. That is excellent. I think this was a worthy sacrifice of our Deku Stick. Especially considering we got the Deku Stick glitch. Which is very nice. I told you, Ducky, things were going to be picking up. Alright. Oh, that came at a really good time, not gonna lie. Oh, balls. Okay, that's the end of our Deku Stick, because okay, and Ageless Items is not on. That's also really good to know. We're just gonna make a hasty retreat here. Just a quick little hasty retreat before we die. That was the end of our Deku Stick, but that's fine. I think the Deku Stick did so much for us, it's worth it. Alright, there is a grotto down here that I'm going to quickly check though. So this means that we can also go back to all the grottos that we went to before and couldn't get the grass in, so that's nice. Ancient Castle of Arcana is foolish. Castle... Arcana. There we go. Alright. A knockback trap. Okay, that's pretty funny though. That's pretty funny. Alright, green rupee. We are slowly building back up our Gregs. Alright. Let's take a detour and go to Lake Hylia. I think that's a grand idea. So, normally, I would like to just knock out all the Pyral Field in one go. But with the P-Hats being available during the day, the amount of grass checks that we can do is limited without a weapon. So, if we can go to Lake Hylia as a detour, there's a good chance that we find a helpful item here. Or at the very least, we get some information. So, we did get the Goron bracelet before, which is a strength upgrade that will allow us to pick up grass, which is why I wasn't too worried about losing our Deku Stick for grass checks. Shock trap! Maybe I should start a counter for all of these traps. That might be a good idea. Alrighty. What's down here? That's Greg. Excellent. And we can get into. Oh no, we don't have any scales. Never mind. We can at the very least, and Placehold's going to be mad that they missed this. We can at the very least check to see if fishing is randomized. Yeah, magical genius, whatever. Alright. There we go. Let's see if fishing is randomized. I doubt it. Oh, actually, I was going to say it could be, it might not be, because we haven't seen any fish yet. But at the same time, we have checked like 3 grass checks. Ooh. I believe fish are not randomized. We are having a fishless run, people. That's alright, we'll still come back here and, We'll still come back here and do some fishing at some point, because why not? There we go. Alright, so fish is not randomized. That's good to know. Alright. Now, there's a few more checks that we can do in Lake Hylia. There is the Gossip Stone, just over on the other side of the wall there. And then there's also a grotto, and there's 2 singular pieces of grass all the way over there. So let's go do that. But yes, how are we all? How's everything going? I am in the middle of a very, very busy work week. A very good one, but a very busy one. And as well as that, I have been trying so hard. Song of Soaring, not required, can be found in a Kana graveyard. It's required to me, thank you. Song of Soaring. Soaring. Can be found in a Kana grave. Excellent. I have been trying so hard to sort of ramp up my exercise lately. I went bouldering over the weekend, which was super nice. I went to the gym today during my lunch break, and I went on a jog. Yeah, I've been trying to ramp it up lately, which is really good because, you know, being fit, being healthy, all of that stuff. But it also means that I am very sore right now. Yeah, how was the friend weekend? The friend weekend? I have no idea what that means, but sounds the friend weekend. What's a friend weekend? I'm confused. I'm so confused, but it was good. My weekend was good. Oh, sorry, friend. Okay, cool. Thank you. Yeah, no, my weekend was good. I met up with some friends, so I took 2 of my bridesmaids, my lovely bridesmaids, out for dress fittings, which was very nice, and we went shopping and had some lunch. It was really cute. I have nothing to... Yeah, okay, cool. It was really nice. And then I met up with some other friends and did bouldering, and then I met up with some more, then I met up with my fiance and we did some wedding planning. It was a really busy weekend, but so nice. And it was very nice on Sunday night, after all is said and done, just to curl up in bed and sit there and go, I'm so sore. How was your weekend, Snacky? Alright. So, we are now done with that. Just trying to think. Instead of finishing Hyrule Field right now, we're gonna go back to Kokiri Forest. Screw you, game. Let's just do it this way. Let's go to Kokiri Forest. For no other reason than we haven't been there yet, and I want to see, for me at least, that's our easiest way of seeing if fairy fountains are randomized. So that's a good thing to check. As well as that, it means that we can also do these few grass checks overnight time as well. Because we do know that there were 2 things here. Yeah, go away. I must say, when I was younger, the skeletal kids, or whatever they want to call it. I was gonna say that better not be. Okay, thank goodness that was not a trap. Din's Fire is an excellent thing to have. Is that bomb shoes? Bomb shoes! That's also really nice to have. We have exactly 1 Bonchu. Let's use it. Let's go through this one. There we go. So, yeah, when I was a kid, the skulls, the sculpture of people or whatever, I've forgotten what they're called. They used to terrify me, and now I'm like, yeah, whatever. You can't bother me. There's our knockback trap. That's what, like our 4th or 5th trap already? That's so mean. Haunted Wastelands chest gives large magic jar. Okay, nice and simple. Alright. Let's make our way to Kikiri Forest. I think that's our next best place to go. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten. We will go back to CAC and check those check the grotto for the item that we skipped over. And we will go back to Castletown and check the items there as well. But I do want to quickly stop by Kikiri Forest. I totally hope the knockback trap doesn't happen near a cliff. I'm fairly certain you're waiting for that to happen with like bated breath. You're giddy at the thought of it. I think that'd be pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. It will totally happen. I'll get it at like the top of Stone Tower and just fall all the way back. Does this cutscene play backwards, or do I have to come back? Okay, yeah. Let me just do a quick boom, and then just do this check while we're here. 5 rupees. I will take that. That's a nice thing to have. Alright. Welcome to Kikiri Forest. Usually the first area of the game. See, I know that one of these is a trap. I just feel it in my gut. Oh, that's for Majora's Mask only. Oh, that's so mean. Alright. Yeah, I'll take that. Oh my god, yeah. Hell yeah, I'll do that. Alright, Fierce Deity right off the bat. Oh. Poggers, I agree. That's a major win for us. Oh. And an empty bottle for Ocarina of Time as well. We are... Oh, that's Majora's Mask there. Oops. Boom. We are raking in the items. For someone who didn't have any items 26 minutes into this run, we now have a few items. Just saying. We have a few more. And a Greg. We have a bonus Greg. Which, by the way, I have Greg earrings on today. Would you look at that? Okay, hang on. Boom, boom, boom. No, down. Get down. Enter. There we go. Hello, Muffins. Do you want to say hi to everyone? No? Maybe? I don't know. Muffins is here. Good girl. I see. Oh, good. You did spot her. She is, at the moment, sort of trying to sneak between my legs to get under my desk. Hello, darling. Do you want up? Do you want to come up? Alright, while we're here, I love the Muffins emotes in the chat. Hello, darling. We'll check the chest in Mido's house just in case. Large magic jar. 20 rupees. Heck yeah. We'll take 20 rupees any day of the week. Large magic jar. Hello, darling. Alright. So, it is nice to experience Kikiri Forest without ice physics or, you know, dying 17 times. It's a nice, refreshing change of pace. How much is the Deku Shield? 170. Okay. Okay. That's just straight up not happening. At least not until we find another wallet. Alright. What's over here? So we don't even have to go into these houses because they don't... Okay! This is a Triforce quest. Excellent. So we are looking for... I don't even know how many numbers of the... Saria's here? I don't remember Saria being here. I mean, this is her house, but I don't remember Saria ever being in her house. Huh. So we now know that we have to collect pieces of the Triforce. How many pieces? Who knows? I certainly don't. It would have been funny if it was only one piece and then we just found it and that's it, randomizer over, bye-bye now. That would have been quite funny. See, Sorry is also here. Okay. Whatever you want. There's going to be nothing of value in our house, but we haven't seen it all day. Look at that. Alright. Let's... Is Derpy tree open or closed? It looks like it's closed. No, it's open. Okay, we can actually go check out Great Deku Tree. Now, with absolutely 0 items, there's not much we can do. But there's a Gossip Stone here, and we also need to check if Dungeon Randomiser is on or not. So we know that no major areas are randomized, but we genuinely don't know if the Floor Master in Forest Temple gives a small key. Oh god. Keys. Why do we have keys? I saw the key for GTG and I thought, oh, maybe it's just GTG, but no, we have keys. That's my least favorite thing I've ever heard. Alright. Vanilla. Interesting. There's not much we can do here without, like, any weapons at all. So we're just gonna come back later. So either we got really unlucky with the dungeon randomizer, or our dungeons are also vanilla. Which is very cool. Alright. Let's go Lost Woods. Yeah, that's a good idea. Let's go Lost Woods, and we can check them out. Ooh, that was a weird little flicker. We can check it all out. Alright. What do you have for us? Finding Cafe gives a green rupee, and you guessed it, a green rupee. That's pretty green rupee. So stupid. We'll come back to that side later. Alrighty. Okay, so because we used our one bomb tube before, we can't actually get into this grotto yet. And that's perfectly fine. I knew what I was doing when I used my only bomb tube before. There's nothing we can do there yet. We're just going to continue straight ahead. What are we going to do when we reach, the... Actually, no, you know what? That's fine. Sorry, now I'm just thinking to myself. Anything in the grass here at all? Like a Deku stick or a Deku nut? Or... Hey, I'll take 20 rupees though. Alright. So, you might be wondering what we're going to do about this Bullfoss. Simple answer. We're just not going to do anything about him. This is why Climb Anywhere on is so fun and a little bit broken. Plundering Lake Hylia is a foolish choice. Well, too late. Alright. Fire Temple Hammer Chest gives small key, fire not required. That's good to know. Lake Hylia is foolish. What makes me a little nervous is the fact that we haven't gotten a single Way of the Hero hint yet. A Way of the Hero hint only appears if it is a logic seed. If it's no logic, you won't actually get any Way of the Heroes. So that does make me a little nervous. Fairy fountains are not randomized. Interesting. That's cool. That means Song of Storms is significantly less valuable to us. Still valuable, but significantly less, which is a double-edged sword. That's a good thing. I'd wager. It also means that when we die here, we have a fairy to recover. I'm kidding. Okay. Large magic jar and Cafe's mask for range defense, but that's not required. So Andrew and Cafe is not required by extension of that as well. Let's quickly. Yeah, I assumed that was not that had no collision. All right, is this also randomized or not? Okay, excellent. We have vanilla temples. Very nice. So the fact that Saria isn't here actually just clicked something in my brain for me. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to save and return to spawn. We are going to check out that one grotto here in CAC that we didn't get to, that we know has an item. And then we are going to go back to the castle. Because it looks like Skip Zelda is not enabled, so we will actually have to do the whole Zelda's Lullaby cutscene, I think. Alright, let's do this because we knew there was an item down here. Pictograph box. Not strictly necessary unless we really need it, but that's still fun. Alright, we're gonna make our way to the castle now. But just before we do so, while we're making our way over to the castle, let's set up another Gamba. It's been a while since we've done one. Let me start one up. Just started a new prediction. What are we gonna find next? Let's go with the Gamba. I think our options are transformation mask, other masks or non-transformation mask, a sword for Ocarina of Time, a hook shot, the hammer or the boomerang, a song, tunic and boots, or nothing. Nothing at all. So let's go. Let's see what everyone thinks we're gonna get next. While everyone's getting their votes in, we are going to head back to the castle and see if Zelda has anything. Or if the Zelda check at least has anything. Alright, let's go. If not, we still have other checks that we can do in Ocarina of Time, but we might switch over to Majora's Mask after this. Only because we have a sword in Majora's Mask, and Grass Rando seems to be on, so we can go plunder Termina Field. And also, we can also use the bow, and it's just going to have a lot more. Oh, right, we can also get the grass here. We will always take more health, I reckon. Mountain Title Deed. Alright. Let's go to the castle and see if there's anything for us. Can I just climb up here without being caught? That would be nice. No. Valid, thank you. Have a nice day. Straight up won't let me. That's good to know. Alrighty. Don't forget you've got 3 minutes to get your points in. What's in the... Oh, excuse me. I'm trying to check. I'm trying to open up the Gamba to see what's happening. Whoop. There we go. And in the meantime, I'm climbing into the walls. Transformation Mask is in the lead, followed by Sword, and they're very close at the moment. That's cool. Don't forget to get in your points. And if you want to redeem your points for another item on my list, feel free to do so if you have any spare points. Alright, let's go check out Zelda as well. I think that's our next best bet. Well, not a best bet, but like it'd be interesting to see at the very least. Hello, Muffy. Alright. Alright, he's in the way too. Can we just like... Can we just climb this and avoid having to deal with Talon? No. This is gonna be annoying, isn't it? Because we need the Cuckoo to be able to move him out the way. So we can't even do this, I don't think. Not unless I can find somewhere to climb in. Wait. Okay, wait. Haha, we are cooking. I love that. Alright. It takes us straight here. So do we have to watch this whole cutscene, or is she just gives us a Greg? Excellent. Oh! Okay. Excellent. Oh. 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 Okay. Sorry, let me think. So the fact that we just got Oath to Order there, the first check was the Greg that we got was, oh, thank God. There we go. The Greg that we got was for Zelda's letter. That was Zelda's letter check. The second item, which was the Oath to Order, was for Zelda's lullaby. The fact that we just got Oath to Order where Zelda's lullaby is tells me that songs might be randomized to other song locations. So instead of getting songs anywhere, we'd only get them in place of songs. By the way, I forgot that we need to... The submissions have closed, so let's choose that outcome. We did, in fact, just get a song. So if someone got that in because we just got a song, congratulations. Otherwise, very good guess there. Who won that? That was Ducky. Congratulations, Ducky. Here we go. Where's my other tracker? There we go. All right. Congratulations, Ducky. Well done for that. Let's go Majora's Mask for a hot minute. I think that's a grand idea. Because we should, by that theory, if I'm correct, we should get a song as we walk out. We're gonna see. Do we get a song here? We do indeed. So songs are randomized and shuffled within other song locations. That's good to know. Okay, so warping between, oh, pre-activated owl statues. Okay. Warping between, games is on. That's good to know. That's really good to know, actually. Now, just because the shops in Ocarina of Time weren't shuffled doesn't mean that these won't be shuffled, so we do need to check these separately. And the shops in Majora's Mask are indeed shuffled. So that's a good thing that we checked. How much is the Greg? We've got to know. How much is one rupee worth? 45 rupees. The Hyrule to Termina exchange rate is not going well. Alright. Let's check down here. Maybe it's not randomized. Maybe the last item just is a Greg. Because this doesn't look randomized at all. How much is this shield? 265. No thank you. These nuts seem to be 130 rupees. Also not great. Alright. So there's a few more things that we can do here. We are also going to check where all the boss remains are. Great Bay Temple, Dodongo's Cavern, Woodfall Temple, Forest Temple. Excellent. And we already have the Oath to Order, which makes that so much easier as well. Whether or not we need the boss remains to go to the moon is still up in the air. We have no idea. Is this randomized? Yes, it is. So Crates and Majora's Mask are also randomized. That's good to know. And the stray fairies don't seem to be. Excellent. Or at least this stray fairy. Can I please just, for God's sake, let me collect you. There we go. Alright. Let's check East Clocktown and North Clocktown. So, I don't know what it is. This section of Clocktown that we are walking into, this section of here is East Clocktown. However, in my tiny little dumb brain mind, this to me is always West Clocktown. I have never considered, I have never once called it East Clocktown. I've always considered it West Clocktown. Climb Anywhere is not on in Majora's Mask. Good to know. For some reason, even as a kid, I was like, oh yes, this right here is West Clocktown. It's never been West Clocktown, but my brain is convinced it is. So having to sit there and mentally correct myself is sort of annoying. Alright. So Climb Anywhere isn't on, which is kind of good to know. Let's go up to North Clocktown. Yes, Tattle, we know you're gonna try and we don't have 3 days left. Excellent. Alright, let's do this, and then we are going to check Termina Field. Okay, ooh, whoa, that's a popping off spot there. Okay, that is just a piece of heart, that's fine. Just a normal heart. Let's see if Tingle is randomized. Are we going to plunder Tingle today? Okay, no, this is vanilla. No plundering of the Tingle. Also, those map prices are ridiculously expensive. We are not doing that. Sorry. Alright, let's go return our stray fairy. Oh no. 20 rupees, nice. So with the songs being shuffled between like the song locations being shuffled, that just, we now have to do Burning Village check. That's gonna be slightly annoying. Oh well. So Burning Village check is a particularly annoying check in Ocarina of Time. So it's the check for the Serenade of Water. No, Nocturne of Shadow, which will only activate when Dongoro's Choir gives a piece of heart. That's fine. It will only activate when you have completed the fire and the water temple. So Marching for Kuki gives a shock trap. That's good to know. GTG gives small key. Progressive hookshot, sometimes required, can be found in Pirate Fortress sewers. Okay, so Hookshot and Pirate Fortress Sewers is good to know. Hookshot. Sewers. Excellent. I do love a good hookshot. We all know that, so hopefully we can get that or the other hookshot soon. Hey, there's our second piece of the... And... Whoa! Oh, okay, so we've got 3 pieces of the Triforce right here, right now. Excellent. How many do we have to get? I have no idea. Knowing the people who built this seed, there's another shock trap for us. Knowing that... And we've got Rupaws. Excellent. And another knockback. Link just flew. Bro just flew across the map just then. Knowing my friends and knowing the friends who designed this seed, literally there's probably like 100 Triforce pieces in this game or something like that. I don't even know what the max is, but it would be the max. Were. Duh. That's so lame. Oh, hell yeah. I'll take that. I'll take a Goro mask. Whee! Oh yeah, literally just go whee across the place. Okay, so Deku sticks are still are not shared between games. And neither are Deku nuts. Okay, that's fine. But Goro mask is huge. That's really good. No, my autocorrect again. At least it's not as bad as last time when you were talking about testicles, so, you know. Could be worse, just saying. Magic upgrade. I was gonna say that's a new texture for it, but there's a Greg in the middle of my magic. Before anything else happens, we love some magic. That's excellent. Let me pull up... Termina Field was cooking, yo. Okay, so we've got magic. We've got at least one bottle now. We've got magic, and we've got the Goro mask. That's so good. Alright, nothing in that pot there, and nothing. That rupee is vanilla, which means freestanding rupees is not enabled, which is very good because I struggle with all of the freestanding rupee locations. 4th piece of the Triforce. Excellent. Again, we do not know how many there are. Okay. Bomb bag. Excellent. Oh, we are cooking here, everyone. This is, we are cooking. Alright, bombs. There's a Greg in my magic. There's a snake in my boot. There's a Greg in my magic. Absolutely. Yeah, no. Snake in the boot is out. Greg in the magic is what's cool now. There's a Greg in my magic. I can't. I'm very bad at Tom Hanks impressions, clearly. Is that even Tom Hanks? That's really embarrassing if it's not. It is, right? Yeah, because it's Tim Allen that's Buzz Lightning. Buzz Lightning. I always forget which one's which. I have not... I think the last time I saw a Toy Story movie was when I went to cinemas to watch Toy Story 3. And I should really watch Toy Story again. Cow Mask! We'll always take Cow Mask. We love Cow Mask. Another shock trap. And a nut upgrade. Wow, we are just, we are flying through item collections. We're not gonna knock that guy out of the tree because he'll give us 60, like we'll get 60 rupees when we do. And we don't actually need, there's an ice trap, good classic. Teehee, nut upgrade. I do love a please don't let that be a trap, please don't let that be a trap. No! That would have been so good! Thank you for the... Yeah, there's the ice trap. No! I was so waiting. I was so ready for that hook shot to be an actual hook shot. Alas. This is chaos itself. I know, right? The amount of traps that we have encountered already. And we are barely into this. On the upside, we are just collecting health like nobody's business. Which is really nice. The amount of traps that we have found is honestly quite absurd. Like, there is a weird amount of traps happening right now. Ooh, big chest. Giant wallet. Okay, so we've just gotten all of our wallet upgrades. And another trap. We should be, like, I don't know, tracking these, probably. Ooh, Cutlass Mask. If this is another trap, I'm gonna rage quit. Not gonna lie. Ooh, Triforce piece. Definitely not a trap. I hope. We're gonna totally get something that says like Termina Field is way of the hero, and it's gonna be like a no dirt moment. Yeah. Damage me, whatever. I've got plenty of health. Greg. All right. We're not going to spend too much time in Termina Field after checking all of... Or we're not going to spend too much time in Termina after checking Termina Field, I should say. And the main reason for that is, while we do know where Song of Time is, we don't know how easily we're going to be able to get to it, which is the problem. So, Song of Time is over in Desert Colossus. Now, all that's well and good, except we either need the... Okay, sure. Whoa, we went flying. We need either the Gerudo card, Stone Mask would be helpful, or there we go, or Requiem of Spirit, to get through to get to the Desert Colossus, as well as the Hover Boots and or Hookshot. The rest of it, the Lens of Truth, kind of helpful, but I can do it without, I've done it without Lens of Truth before, but the other items are straight up necessary. So, Kamaro's Mask, excellent. So we don't want to spend too much time here in case we don't get, Kamaro's Mask, where is it? There it is. In case we don't get Song of Time anytime soon. No pun intended. Especially considering Night of the First Day is already on. I have a feeling that time might be moving faster than normal. Because that time is moving very fast. Like, that's... There is an option to randomize how fast time moves. So I have a feeling the time's on fairly fast. Oh, it's nighttime, it won't find me. Giant Knife. Okay, so swords aren't by progression, which is nice. Alright, swords aren't based off progression. That's good to know. So we do have Diet Sword. Very nice to know. Alright. We are going to go back for Cow Grotto. Don't worry. I haven't forgotten about Cow Grotto. Razor Sword. We have a sword upgrade. And a chicken. So now we can get to Zelda's castle, but you know, too late. Oops. We are going to check to see if this pot is... Oh, this chest is required. Okay. We can't do anything about that yet, but when we get the Zora Mask, or if the Iron Boots work in Majora's Mask, we can also come back and do that as well. Which is quite nice. But for now, shall we get to our Cow Grotto? Okay, fast mask transitions is not on, but that's not even important, so that's fine. Something we should check though. Ah, we do have Fierce Deity anywhere on. Oh, that's so good. I can't believe it took me this long to check. Not gonna lie, I can't believe it took me that long to check. Alright, welcome to Cow Grotto. Oh, that was a nice torso shot. Zora Tunic. Give me the chicken. Thank you, Pocket Cuckoo. Knockback trap. mask. That's kind of cool, I guess. We'll always take a heart container. 6th piece of the Triforce. Out of how many? Who knows? 7th piece of the Triforce. And a trap. Of course. Can't be this without a trap. Let's be real. Alright. I think that we've got a few more things to check in here. In Termina Field, I should say. And then we are going to go back to North Clocktown and do the Keaton grass there. Not because we want to actually deal with the Keaton, but because we do want to... There were quite a few checks in that grass. Now, the Keaton grass is the moving grass. Powder keg. Ice trap. The fact that we've gotten the powder keg and the Goron at the same time makes me think that either Goron Races has something important for us, or more likely Romani Ranch has something important for us. Either way, good to sort of keep in the back of our minds. The other option would have been Ancient Castle of Kana, but we already know that... Okay. We already know that that's foolish, so that's fine. See, it's already 9 o'clock and we haven't done anything, so I still think time's moving. Time is randomized to be faster. Hello, Jade Buttcrumbs! Welcome in! Oh, Captain's hat, that one's good. Welcome in! I hope you're having a lovely night. Oh, spooky mask. Yeah, I hope you're having a lovely night. Welcome in. How have you been? Alright. This should be it pretty much. I think this is the last grass patch that we have to check for now. There are a few grottos and all of that in Termina Field, but for now we're going to skip all those. Again, I think time's moving faster. It's either that or I genuinely don't remember or have a very bad idea of how fast time actually moves in this game without like, you know, inverted song of time or whatever. Okay, piece of heart, odd potion, skull mask, moon's tear, which we know is a trap because we've already gotten the moon's tear. Why did I collect it then? Who knows? Certainly not me. Excellent. That's grand. You know what? We're not too far away from midnight, so we might just wait till midnight and do the bomb check, the bomb mask check, blast mask check. Doing wellsies. How is everybody in the house? Yeah, doing good. Doing good. Figuring out what on earth is randomized. That's pretty much it. That's pretty much it. Alrighty. I'm glad you're doing with the wellsies though. Alright. So once it hits midnight, we will have yeah. Once it hits midnight, an old lady will come through, and Seikon, the guy standing behind the pole there, not being shifty, in fact, he turns around and says he's not doing anything shifty. See? He will attempt to rob the old lady. So we're just gonna sort of stop that from happening to see if it gives us anything. Normally it gives us the blast mask, but we're just gonna see. Normally I wouldn't waste my time with it, but we're here and the time's moving so fast anyway, we might as well do it. And then we're going to return to Ocarina of Time. Look how fast she's moving, she's zooming. If you see her in vanilla gameplay, you know how slow she is. She's zooming along. Literally, like, this woman's on like a hoverboard or a skateboard or something. La-di-da-di-da-di-da. I'm not suspicious. Oh wait, I've robbed you. I'm suspicious. Oh, da-da! Oh right, we've actually got to do something about him. There we go. Alright, there we go. Excellent, 20 rupees, we'll take it. So Seikon, the man that just tried to rob the old lady, is a very unique sort of NPC in the sense that I guess this music's just gonna keep playing now. Cool, sure, whatever. Seikon is a very unique NPC in the sense that he is to date the only NPC in the entire Zelda franchise that Link can intentionally kill. If you shoot Seikon with an arrow, Link hits the bomb bag and blows it up, killing Seikon at the same time. The more you know. Alright. Let's go back to Kikiri Forest. Number one, there's a whole bunch of, Let's go to Kikiri Forest first. Sorry, I had to think about that. There's a whole bunch of grottos in what am I saying? The Lost Woods that we actually haven't checked out yet. As well as that, we now that we've spoken to Zelda, we should be able to unlock the Saria song check, which is going to give us another song. And I love collecting songs. I think they're probably the most important thing, especially considering we got given an ocarina. I think that's fabulous. So let's go do that. Once we go through Kikiri Forest, we might go on a short break. My voice is starting to give out. And I could do with a cuppa, and I could do with checking on my blankets in the dryer, because I should probably do that. Speaking of which, I finally have a working dryer, working with an asterisk. I finally have a working dryer again, and it is so good, so wonderful. I love it so much. I have been without a working dryer for many a moon now. Which is fine, because I have a yard, and I have a line, I have a clothesline. I can just put my clothes up on the clothesline. Easy as pie. But when it's weeks like this, and I don't know about y'all, but where I am, it's been non-stop rain. Non-stop rain for the past few days. And it's when it's weather like this, and it's going to continue on like this, it's kind of really hard to be able to get your washing done, especially without a dryer. And I have like a little indoor line that I set up my clothes on, but my house is very cold. Very cold. Doesn't get much sun in, even with all the blinds open. And it takes like 4 days for anything to dry. So, both for 40 rupees. It's a trap. We know it. I just thought that'd be fun. There we go. Yeah, so it's nice to be able to have like a working dryer again, because otherwise it would take me like 3 days to wash one pair of trackies, and that sucks. We're getting that rain soon, TM. Yeah, you would be. Yeah, yep, it's not fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, I love rain. I love rainy weather, especially when I'm under blankets with a book or a good game or whatever. But when you're trying to do washing and, you know, sit on the train to go to your big girl job and all that kind of crap, it's so annoying. Especially trying to get any sort of washing done. Blacksmith gives green rupee and heart container. Okay, cool. Again, we have not found any way of the hero hints, which actually no, if it's a Triforce quest, we wouldn't get any way of the hero hints, would we? Never mind. My whole complaint there is kind of invalid now. Oh well. There we go. But we can still check these few things. We can actually do these Deku Scrub checks now. Well, in theory we can. Do we? Oh, we have Deku Seeds. What am I doing? There we go. 5 Deku Nuts for 90 rupees. Absolutely not. Deku Stick for 70 rupees. Absolutely not. That would have been the smarter deal, but still, no thanks. We have ways of blowing up Deku Scrubs now, so that's perfectly fine. Spooky mask. Get your dancing Deku Scrub emotes out. Excuse me, Spooky mask should do something here, shouldn't it? I love the little dancing there. Alright. There it is. Let's see if we can actually get them to dance this time. For some reason they didn't. Could have sworn that they did dance with the spooky mask. Come on. Yeah, there it is. Abracadabra, alakazam, we get a Greg. That's the end. Well worth it. There we go. There is another, there is another item that you can get. So you're supposed to be able to get 2 items from them. One for wearing, the skull mask. And another for wearing, I think it's like the Gerudo mask or something really stupid like that. So, if we get the Gerudo mask, we'll have to come back again. Excellent. Let's go. Progressive strength for 310 rupees. No, but we want to keep a, we want to remember that. I've never seen that in my life. Is that vanilla? It is indeed. Do I remember what you're supposed to be able to get from it in vanilla? No. I think it's the slingshot seed upgrade. Yes, it is. The slingshot seed upgrade is what you're supposed to get from that, and a piece of heart, I think. If I recall correctly, which I possibly don't. However, there's a weird glitch in the Ocarina of the original Nintendo 64 version of Ocarina of Time, wherein if you ever collect the Poacher's Saw, the ability to collect the seed upgrade and collect anything from those Deku Scrubs, straight up gone. They just refuse to appear if you collect the Poacher's Saw. And it's because the Poacher's Saw accidentally sets off 2 item flags instead of the 1, which is really weird. 5 rupees, excellent. So yeah, it is definitely in vanilla gameplay. It's just something that a lot of people just didn't know was a thing. With good reason. I did not know it was a thing for a long time as well. What a weird connection, right? There's it goes to show how good game programmers are, that more things like that don't happen. I mean, there's plenty of glitches in plenty of games. We've talked about so many glitches in Zelda and so many weird things, but it's a miracle that it doesn't happen more, considering how finicky and stupid these games have got to be at times for game developers. There we go. Alright, yeah, alright, that's vanilla. Nice to know. Okay. Actually, hear me out on this. Alright, whatever. Hear me out on this. Let's... I was gonna go to Zora's River next, but we are here in the Lost Woods. We might as well go back to Goron City and use... Rock Smash. No. I was gonna say, we might as well use Saria's song on Darunia, but you can't even... You can't even... Yeah, you can't even get into Darunia's room without Zelda's Lullaby, so that's out the window. But we can at least do nothing. Let's go back to Zora's River. Return to spawn. So adult Ocarina of Time is locked behind Door of Time. Well, we don't know. We don't know if the Master Sword is shuffled or not. But even if the Master Sword isn't shuffled, or it is shuffled, even if it is shuffled, we would still need to take it to the Door of Time and put it behind the pedestal. And that's locked behind the Door of Time. Door of Time is locked behind what? Door of Time is locked behind Song of Time, which we know is in the Desert Colossus. This is why I'm sort of trying to push to get as many songs as we can while we're here. Just so we can check through and see. We want Song of Time for two reasons. Number one, Adult Link. Adult Link would be great. Stop it! Stupid Link. Number two, we want Song of Time because it's just going to make Termina exploring. It's going to open up a lot of Termina as options for us. Because with Song of Time, it also opens up the Song of Double Time and the Inverted Song of Time. So we cannot slow down time in Majora's Mask or reset time. You can climb that wall. Hello, // Love that name, by the way. This is an Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask randomizer where I don't even know what the settings are. So we have discovered that one of the settings is indeed being able to climb on walls, which is kind of fun, not gonna lie. Green rupee, 60 rupees. Okay, so the shops are not randomized, but the merchants are. That's kind of confusing. So yes, this is a randomizer where all the settings, I don't even know what's being randomized. But we can indeed climb on walls in this, which is kind of fun, not gonna lie. Alright. It also makes a lot of things just so much fun. Okay, good, I'm not freaking out then. No, don't worry, it's not a vanilla gameplay sort of feature that you just completely missed. Don't worry, this does not appear normally in Ocarina of Time. This is a very new feature. Alright. Well, that's not the way I wanted to go, but sure, we could just climb up here. This is what I wanted to do. Makes the vanilla piece of heart check easy to get. That's it. That's exactly it. I was going to say, if we did need to get that piece of heart back there, it would have been so easy. Luckily for us, it was just a magic container, and we have infinite magic. Right, fairy fountains are not shuffled. I forgot about that. But we should have an empty bottle, don't we? Let's just catch a fairy. Make it easier, just in case. I've done Ocarina of Time randos, but not the crossover with MM. Yeah, it's a whole thing. Oh, thank you so much for the follow, // by the way, I love the name if I didn't say that before, but thank you so much for the follow. I genuinely appreciate it. Yeah, the Ocarina of Time Majora's Mask combo randomizer is a monster. Goron mask required can be found in Termina Field. Excellent. We already have that, which is really nice. Looks like an ordeal. It is. So items are randomized between both games, meaning that we could find an important item for Ocarina of Time in Majora's Mask and vice versa. We are also able to warp between the two games using the warp songs for the Ocarina, and some of the items are shared. So and depending on the settings, which again I have no idea about, some of the items may be shared between the games where they normally wouldn't appear in the game. So the Megaton Hammer can appear in Majora's Mask, as well as the Iron Boots and the Hover Boots and the Tunics. And we might be able to have the Stone Mask here in Ocarina of Time. Okay, that's just a Greg. And the Blast Mask here in Ocarina of Time. So items can be exchanged between the two, which is really nice. Alright, let's do this. Whoa, hang on. Okay, my game's bugging out. There we go. Bear with me. Alright. Hey, woo, thanks, Colin. Weird sentences out of context. A link to the past of Rando is my main gripe, but I do like this too. Hey, sometimes your insides need encouragement. I agree. Sometimes the insides do need encouragement. Also, A Link to the Past randos. I've always wanted to do a Link to the Past rando, and I just haven't gotten around to it yet. But they always look so fun. Something I'm definitely keen to do at some point. Okay, so again, not randoed. We knew that, but I'm just seeing the prices of different things. Absolutely, the insides always need encouragement. I could tell you a very, very, very TMI story about, you know, me going for a jog today and then desperately have to find a bathroom halfway through, but I think that's a bit too much. Oh, King Zora is out the way. Excellent. I think that also means that we won't find Rudo's letter, which is nice. Midnight Meeting gives a green rupee. Excellent. So that's nothing of value. Is this game shuffled? So this game has the potential to be shuffled as well. This is vanilla. Okay, interesting. It's really nice for once to be able to do this game and not pick up RuPaws or ice traps immediately upon getting to the bottom. That's actually quite nice. Alright, let's do this, collect the reward for it, all that good stuff. And then we can... Do we have it? We should have a Deku stick somewhere. Alright. Oh, come on. Alright. Let's go up, check our reward. Again, we're not going to get any songs from doing this, but it is just still nice to do those checks in between. Let's go. Alright. What do we get? Arrows. Not strictly helpful for us, but that's fine. We're not going to even bother going into Jabby Jabby right now. We know the temples aren't shuffled, so there's really no point in us going to Jabby Jabby. We don't have a boomerang, and we don't have any way of dealing damage, so... As well as that, Pot Rando isn't on, which is basically the main thing that we'd want to go to Jabby for. Is Jabby open, though? No. See, that's another reason why I didn't want to go to Jabby quite just yet. I don't want to... If I'm being honest, I'm too lazy to go down and get a fish. Terrible, I know. Song of Soaring can be found in Akana's graveyard. We actually did already know that, which is very nice. Now, we are almost done here in Zora's domain. There is one more thing I'd like to do, and that's the torch check. And then we are going to play Bolero of Fire. There is one thing we have yet to check, and that's to see if the songs actually take us to the correct locations. Because again, that can be randomized, and I don't know if it is. It might be. So we are going to play Bolero soon and see if it actually takes us to the Fire Temple. We are at enough health now that we can have a wee bit of an explore around there without immediately dying. Last time we were there, we had enough health to last a whole 8 seconds before dying, which is not great. Let's be real here. Alright, we are not doing the fire check here. We have no Deku sticks, that's fine. Alright. Let's see where this takes us, because it could be randomized, it could not be. Oh! I'll take that. Sure. I'm not stupid enough to complain about that. Now, without fairy fountains being randomized, there's very few places in Desert Colossus that Song of Time could be. One of the places it could be is this check right here, which I'm going to imagine is the correct one if Song Shuffle is on. That is so good. What are the chances? I know, right? That was a really good random thing to think about. That was a really good random thing to think about, let me just say. That was... I'm actually a little bit astounded by that. That worked out so perfectly well. We had exactly one warp song and it took us to the correct area. Straight off the bat. Alright, let's return to spawn and let's go check out Door of Time. We want to see if the Master Sword is indeed shuffled or not. Either way, this means that we can also now go back to Majora's Mask without worrying about Moon Crash. What are the chances? I know. Well done. Thank you. That was a little unexpected, not gonna lie. I did not expect that to work out as well as it did. I was thinking best case scenario, we'd be able to sort of find a location that's going to give us more songs. But sure, we'll take that. Alright. Let's go back to Door of Time and see where that's going to take us, because personally I have no idea. I mean, I know it's going to take us to behind the Door of Time, but I don't know if Master Sword Rando is on or not. Another thing to consider is if Master Sword is not randomized and we are able to turn adult, we will need to check, number one, if we are able to turn child to adult just by playing the song, or if we do need to come back to Temple of Time every time. And we also need to save and reset as adult because that location will also be randomized. And it won't be the same location as Child Link because they naturally start at different places. I don't need Ocarina of Time to do this, right? I might need Ocarina of Time to do this. Okay, we don't. That's really good. So I once played an Ocarina randomizer with the Door of Time closed. I thought that I had to collect all 3 spiritual stones and the Song of Time and the Ocarina of Time to try and open the door. So I didn't even bother trying to do this. Okay, so Master Sword is definitely randomized. That's still good to know. I thought you had to have all 3 spiritual stones, the Ocarina of Time and the Song of Time. I tried to collect all of them before I even bothered playing Song of Time once in front of the door. Yeah, I did that too. Right? I had no idea that all you had to do was play Song of Time. Would have saved me a lot of time, let's be real here. No pun intended. But I felt like a right idiot afterwards. Especially considering I was with a group of friends being like, look at what I can do. I'm really good at this. Why that took me so long, I don't know. I just completely blonked. Wait, what? Yeah, I know, right? Salbao redeemed, placehold redeemed. Salbao gives her gaming hot takes. Thank you so much for redeeming that. And welcome back, placehold. Welcome back. Let's think about, what's a hot take I have? Okay. Ooh. That's a really glitchy content. Okay. I'm just trying to think about what a hot take I have. Okay. Sorry, I'm just thinking. There we go. Okay, let's talk a link between worlds. I know I said that this is like general gaming and not just Zelda. But I'm going to give you a Zelda hot take. A lot of people laud A Link Between Worlds as the best handheld Zelda game. It's probably, don't get me wrong, it's still a good game, but it's probably my least favorite 2D Zelda game. Oh, that's not true. Deku Shield's really good though. I think Spirit Tracks is my least favorite handheld Zelda game, and then A Link Between Worlds. Thank you, Eep. I will get to that in 2 seconds. Let me finish my hot take and then I will thank you. Yeah, A Link Between Spirit Tracks, A Link Between Worlds. Oracle of Ages, Phantom Hourglass, Oracle of Seasons, Link's Awakening. I might switch Oracle of Seasons and Phantom Hourglass. I don't know. And Minish Cap, of course. Minish Cap, then Link's Awakening being the best. Absolutely. I will stand on the hill that Link's Awakening is one of the best Zelda games of all time. I like you even more now. Thank you. I'll stick to Minish Cap being the best. Absolutely. Minish Cap is goated. I will say that. A Link Between Worlds is way overrated. Minish Cap and the Oracle games are top tier. I agree. The Oracle games are only knocked down slightly by the fact that I like Phantom Hourglass for nostalgic reasons. I do understand it's a very flawed game, and I do have the nostalgia goggles on for that. But yeah, no, I think A Link Between Worlds is way overrated. It is way too easy, way too handholdy. It feels so... I don't know, it feels so handholdy and childish. Not childish, so handholdy and so overtly easy, but with the hardest minigames thrown in for no reason at all. Like, that baseball minigame just sucks. And I genuinely don't understand the hype about it. Spirit Tracks would have been such a banger if it wasn't a touchscreen mess. I agree with that. I also think that the pamphlet was probably the biggest mistake. Even at the E3 demo of it, and when they announced the game, they had Miyamoto standing on stage doing the pamphlet thing, and it just didn't work for him. And they're sitting there trying to play it out, or like, you know, trying to recover and being like, oh yeah, this is such a great system. He just doesn't know how to use it, while he's clearly doing it correctly and it's just not playing. Anyway, I have a lot of thoughts about this. I don't know much about the 2D games except Spirit Tracks and Phantom. Phantom Hourglass is way better than Spirit Tracks, and anyone who says differently is wrong. I'm so sorry. Spirit Tracks had amazing music. Riding the Rails was such a good time. I agree. Spirit Tracks had amazing music. That is the best thing about it. There is a very good reason why they opened up the Symphonic Spectacular with the main theme from Spirit Tracks, and that's because it's such a banger theme. I will say that Spirit Tracks probably has the better soundtrack over Phantom Hourglass. Also, Eep, thank you so much. Go find the Master Sword if you want. Otherwise, find a mask you need. I will go with your suggestion of finding the Master Sword. Thank you so much, Eep. I appreciate that. I'm so glad I'm in a camp full of people who understand that, who don't necessarily disagree with the fact that A Link Between Worlds is massively overrated, because it is. There we go. Let's go. Spoiler log. Let's check that spoiler log. My free trial is... Yeah, my free trial has ended. Whatever. Master Sword. Well, no, that just tells me that the Master Sword check is a green rupee. We already knew that. Oh, okay. Yeah, no, I can get that. Okay, easy. We can actually go get the Master Sword pretty much almost immediately now. Thank you so much, Eep. So the Master Sword is in the Twin Islands. So for people who don't know what that is, it's that little section on the way to Snowhead, with the two little islands on the water or ice, depending where it is, with the Goron races. There is a little grotto that you can access. There is a little grotto that you can access during the winter, and you can also do it while the ice is melted, but you know, we can access it now, and that's where the Master Sword is. So that's really nice, almost immediately. Spirit Tracks had amazing music writing. Yeah, Spirit Tracks had a good soundtrack. I will absolutely agree with you on that. I don't understand the hype around A Link Between Worlds. Maybe I need to play it again, but I just never understood the hype, and yeah. Purple Link, love it. Yeah, he does look good, doesn't he? That's a Greg up there, so we don't have to worry about that. Let's go get Master Sword right now. Why not? Excellent. It's a pretty color, isn't it? Right? It really is. Oh, wrong way. There we go. Let's go. There we go. Again, thank you so much for redeeming Placehold for my hot takes, and thank you, Eve, for redeeming for the spoiler log. If you have anything that you'd like to redeem your points for, feel free to do so. I do love yapping on about my weird and sometimes, honestly, I'm happy to admit it, sometimes bad opinions. I'm happy to do so. I love Bronze Goron hat too. It is a nice colour for the Goron. It's giving autumn formal. You know how like a lot of like autumn formal style dresses, not like school formal, but like, you know, autumn formal, like, you know, formal style dress wear has like that bronze satin. It's giving that. I love it. Also, by the looks of it, unless we've been really unlucky so far, snowballs don't seem to be randomized, so I don't think we're seeing any P-balls today. Which, depending on how much you love P-balls, may be a disappointment to you. Alright, Mountain Village. So it looks like he has a ponytail. Oh, absolutely. Okay, so this owl statue isn't activated. Does it give us a random item for activating it? No. Okay, so we should be activating all of these owl statues. That's good to know. Also, Nodin's fire. Okay, cool. So we have no way of melting ice at the moment. Also, really good to know. All these things are nice little checks that's maybe not so interesting to watch me check, but all necessary if we're gonna beat this seed, which we are, by the way. All right. So up here, right here, is a nice little grotto. You can tell because the Stone of Agony in the bottom corner is actually shaking at us. Which, by the way, we have the Stone of Agony in Majora's Mask. Go us. I forgot to mention that one before. There we go. Do you have any MM songs? Good question. I don't think so. Oh, we have Oath to Order, of course. And then we also have Song of Healing and we have Song of Healing? When did we get Song of Healing? Oh! 8th piece of the Triforce! And the Gilded Sword. We now have our sword fully upgraded, which is really nice. Silver Scale. Awesome. That's a knockback trap. I do love these new tracks. I think they're new traps. And the Master Sword. And a Shock Trap. I'm not gonna lie, despite the fact that we just got trapped twice, this grotto was kind of goated. This was a good grotto. Now, Shop Rando did seem to be on for Majora's Mask, so let's go check the Goron shop. Up here in the Goron village. I think that's a really good idea. Ooh. Oh no, we don't have any way of melting the ice, do we? No, we don't. If I still remembered how to equip Swap, we could have done that, but that's fine. It doesn't really work if you have an ocarina though. Anyway, not the point here. Let's go check. There we go. Ready for some baby? Everyone's favorite sound in the game. I knew someone who used to speedrun Majora's Mask with me, and every time he had to come in here, like, you know, the one time that he had to come in here, he would actually turn the sound off so he didn't have to hear the baby crying. Which, honestly, fair. Keep in mind that this was a long time ago, back when we actually, back when, you know, you actually did have to collect the Goron Lullaby here. Nothing else. Excellent. Hello, Muffins. Excellent. Alright. I once went to the shop late night, and the entire so the whole center was echoing, and there was a kid crying, and it sounded exactly like this. Oh, honestly, it's poor kid. It's an annoying sound. It's so annoying. Sorry, I'm just thinking here. I'm Sally. Let's save and quit here. Well, it looks like it's past my bedtime. Thanks for the company. Thank you so much, Colin, for joining us. I really appreciate it, and it's been awesome chatting with you. Hopefully I'll see you next time as well. Thanks, Colin. Ciao. I'll definitely stop by again. Oh, I can't wait for it. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. I went to go to put on the Goro mask and immediately forgot that we weren't in Majora's Mask. Let's go put in the Master Sword. Let's go see how that works. Alright. Now that we know we are collecting Triforce pieces, I'm less worried about actually completing dungeons, but it's still nice to be able to see where all of the dungeon rewards lay, just in case we need to get into Ganon's Tower or like Ganon's Castle, or we need to do the check for Water Temple, or like the check for Requiem of Shadow, which has a song in it. By the sounds of it, it doesn't seem to have an important song, which is very nice, but still. Let's finally put the Master Sword in its pedestal. I will say we are reaching the 2-hour mark of this run, and we already have the Master Sword and the Goro Mask, which is a really good start. There's been quite a few seeds where we've been 6 hours in and have neither. So the fact that we have the Master Sword and a Transformation Mask, 10 out of 10. Alright. Hello. And we are finally adults. Oh, Spirit Medallion. That's actually kind of good. That's actually really good in terms of getting to Ganon's Castle if we need to. Jabu Jabu, Deku Tree, Water Temple, Stone Tower Temple, Sacred Realm, Snowhead Temple. Okay, so if we... Seems Ganon's boss key might be either in Ganon's Castle or removed from the game, because otherwise it would have given us a hint as to where that is. Interesting. Let's just double check to make sure the Rainbow Bridge isn't already there, because that is an option to have it open from the beginning. So we'll just quickly double check. Oh! Rainbow Bridge is open! Good thing we checked. Not that we're actually going to be able to do much here. Especially considering what, pretty much nothing. But still good to know, really. That's pretty awesome. Hello, Merciless Hot Dog! Welcome in! We are starting a new seed and we're trying to figure out what the rules are. Excellent. We have the ability to become a child with Song of Time. Very nice. Oh, actually, no. We don't want to become an adult quite just yet. How are you today, Hot Messless Hot Dog? I think I can give him the chicken. Yeah, let's give him chicken. What in tarnation? Yeah. Okay, cool. So that's just going to open up a check for us at Lon Lon Ranch. That's it. I'm good. A little too wet outside for my liking. Don't I know it? I feel that I went for a jog earlier today. And I was sitting there and I was like, alright, thunder's gone for a second. Let's go. I took a very short jog because I was just like, oh, okay, I'm about to get rained out. Yeah, it is very wet and miserable outside for me too, so I feel that. Alright, I know we've done a lot of saving and quitting, but let's do that again. I had such a fun time the first time. Let's do that again. And let's become adult. And just one more time, because it's fun and I like being a little annoying. Let's save and quit. Oh! Okay. That is an interesting one. Play the ocarina for the cow. That's it. That's exactly it. Except we don't have a Pona song, so we just get to play it a little song of time. Okay, so that takes us back to Hyrule Castle. That's actually really good. That gives us a really easy way of getting back to Temple of Time. So if we do need to get to Majora's Mask or turn into... Oh, well, we don't even really need it to turn into a child or adult. But if we need to come back here for any reason, we've got that easy assist. Easy way in, which is very, very nice. Alright. Let's break the fourth wall for a second. Not break the fourth wall, what am I saying? Let's stop what we're doing in the middle. We got the Master Sword. Let's go back to Majora's Mask for a hot minute. I think that's a good idea. I shouldn't have done this here right now, but whatever. That worked. The more you know. I was not actually expecting that to work, but okay. So if you defeat enough of these, or if you ignore enough of these, over time a much larger skull will come in. Stell Child. They are Stell Childs. Where's our larger one? Come on. Excellent. 2 with the price of 1. There's a much larger one that is now spawned in as a result. It takes the same amount of damage to kill him. Literally does not take any further damage. It doesn't take any further damage. But it is like a nice little cool detail. There's the big boy. That's it. Absolutely. There he is. We love to see it. Alright. So we are going to go back to Majora's Mask one last time. Before we end today's stream. And don't go anywhere because we still got like 20 minutes of this. But we are going to go back to Majora's Mask one last time. Because we know the Song of Soaring is in the Kana graveyard. We're going to see if we can get it today. There's a good chance that it's actually in... there we go. There's a good chance that it's actually in the Day 3 grave. Which means that we won't be able to access it yet. But if it's in the Day 1 or 2 graves or in the grottos, we will be able to get that. The only thing is, it's going to require a little bit of effort from us to be able to even get over these fences. So we're going to hope that these enemies behave themselves. No, I'm pressing the Goron button. Come on. That's not helpful. Okay, hang on. Let's do this again. went the wrong way. Let's do that one last time. No, stop getting the ocarina out. Stop it. Thank you. Alright, hang on. No. Press the right button, Sally. That's too late now. Yeah, hang on. We are going to get this, we're just going to kill ourselves in the process by accident, aren't we? That was way too late. Way too early. This is only the first fence, mind you. We've still got the other 2 fences to get through. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, hang on. Let's do this. Pull out the bomb. Put the mask back on. There we go. Number 1 done. We've only got 1 more fence to go, but damn, that took us a while. Okay. I want the extra health just as a backup. The backup's always good. No, I want the bomb out. Hang on. There we go. We will take that. So let's check this bad boy first. Gerudo Archery gives Green Rupee and Recovery Heart. Good to know. Excellent. Yeah, whatever. Alright. Yeah, whatever. Let's go. We want to get the captain's hat out as soon as possible so we can talk to these style children before 5 a.m. Before 6 a.m. Alright, let's go. Open the grave. Hello, muffins. Alright, let's see if we can find that Song of Soaring. I do know exactly where it's going to be, luckily enough. Now that I've given actually half a thought to it, we do know exactly where it's going to be, which is good. So there's only one place it can possibly be, and that is... I need to take that off, don't I? Whatever, I'm just going to put it over the bombs. So the Song of Soaring will be where the Song of Storms is normally. Come on. Come on, and one more. Where are you? There we go. So that spawns the chest, which isn't really helpful to us. What we do want, though, is to get our Deku Sticks out. We don't want to know what the Deku Stick does. We already know that. We want to see whether... We want to grab one out and light our 3 torches. From there, we are one short stop away from getting the Song of Soaring, which is very nice. That's going to be a huge quality of life improvement. There we go. Easy. Nice. I lost more health to the dumb bats than that. Alright. Let's get our Song of Soaring. That's so nice. GG easy. Oh, I do love that fight. It is so good. It's such easy fun. I'm not meaning to brag, but I find it easy. Alright, let's see if we can do day 2 grave. Now that we've found Song of Soaring, I'm not as worried if we miss this. If we mess this up. See? Not too worried. We do get another shot at it though, which is nice. If we can't get it, we can't get it. Oh my god, I almost jumped off the edge twice. There we go. Let's jump from here instead. So Fierce Deity can make this jump. it can make this jump. We've done it before. We've made this jump plenty of times. The trick is avoiding the exit warp. There we go. That was why I was saying if we miss it, we miss it. Because there was a chance that we hit the warp there and then we wouldn't have had another shot at it. But that's fair and easy. Now, normally I just hook shot across this room. However, we don't have the hook shot. So, we're going to have to do this vanilla. Whereabouts on the wall is it? I'm going to guess about there. No? Oh well, we'll find it in a second. There it is. What I'm going to do here is we don't have FD 2OP, none for you. Alright, bet, you're on. Thank you for betting the in-game action. 5-minute ban. 5-minute timer. I was gonna say, my Siri doesn't know what a 5-minute ban is. Oh crap, no, we can't even do that. Okay. Well, that's annoying. Okay, I'm gonna be real with you here. I don't remember how this is supposed to go. Okay. Balls! Don't blow up the bridge. Oh. Oops. Okay, let's try this again. Let's just preemptive strike, just do that as well. Fool! Thank you. Thank you for that. Okay. We're gonna be here all night. I hope you know this. I'm just gonna stop aiming. Biscuits. Yeah, I've got to stop saying, balls every time something happens. Okay. Okay, it's there. Okay. Now, I know well enough that you can't jump across this. Okay. FD has the brains confirmed. No FD, no brains. Yep, can confirm that. Oh, she's good. When she's good, she's good. I'm so lame. Alright, let's do this. You gotta admit, you're slightly impressed that that worked, right? Eventually. Alright. If I'm being honest, FD in this battle, in this particular room... Whoops, crap. That wasn't supposed to happen. FD in this room makes the battle arguably harder because it throws the aspect ratio out of it. Woo! There we go. Easy. Easy peasy. I'm gonna guess nothing of value here. Yeah, that checks out. Honestly, checks out. Alright, now we get to go do that all in reverse. Because I still want to get back to a kind of graveyard. Nothing. Excellent. Oh, I will take the heart though. Okay, muffins. Alright. No! I was so close! That would have been so impressive, and I only have 5 hours left now. I'm off to work. Enjoy the rest of your night. You too. Enjoy your workday, Restless Hot Dog. I hope you have a good one. Okay. You're getting shot. No, alright, our ban on FD is now over. Thank you so much, Ducky, for that. I genuinely appreciate it. Love it. FD, I don't think can make the jump, but we're still gonna try. Nah. Won't do the jump as FD, but that's fine. What if I just... Alright, if I have to warp out, I have to warp out. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to warp out. Will it let me warp out? Sometimes it won't let you warp out from places like this. It will let us warp out. Will this take us to a random location? I don't know. Oh! That's convenient. That's very convenient. Ooh. Again, we are getting really lucky with these warp songs. Empty bottle, Ocarina of Time. Excellent. We're getting really lucky. There we go. Yeah, I know. Whoa, I agree. That was ridiculously good. We are going to check this grotto and secret shrine as well. Now, we can't do anything in secret shrine, especially considering we don't have light arrows. But, ooh, hello, grass. I am going to grab this heart container first in case any of this is a trap, because it probably is. Bottle of Long milk, nice. Ice trap. See, I would have died if I hadn't have grabbed that heart. Glad I grabbed it. And an ice trap. See, I definitely would have died. Good to know. Alright, green ruby. So what I would have done there, and that's what I got out the bombs for, across that like invisible platform. If you have the infinite infinite sword glitch activated, you actually don't... Keaton mask, nice. You actually can't fall off ledges. So I was going to activate infinite sword glitch just so I didn't have to deal with that. Excellent. Unfortunately, you can't do that if you don't have a shield, which we don't yet. We can go to the shop soon and grab a shield, which is nice though. I'm going to stand up here, FD, and then go back down. So we are going to finish up for the night in just very soon, but we are going to do 1 or 2 more checks first. Primarily, I just want to go back and do the last checks in that we can in the graveyard, which conveniently we are right next to now. That was a really, again, a really convenient location, because now we're back down at the graveyard. And we'd explored all that we wanted to in that particular, in the graves. We'd explored all that we needed to. It was more so, no, that pot's nothing good. It was more so the fact that I did want to check the grass patches. But now we can go back up and check the grass patches up here. Easy peasy. So nothing, oh, yep, see, grass, what are you? That's a nice trap, isn't it? Yep, that's a nice trap. There it is. We knew it was coming. We knew there was going to be a nice trap. There's Derpy. Hello, Derpy. Alright. Oh! 9th piece of the Triforce. Again, how many do we need? I don't know. Thank you for the ice trap emotes. I love it. Alright. Ooh. Oopsies. Chaotic 5 minutes. It has been a chaotic 5 minutes, hasn't it? I feel like this has been... Garuda Mask. I feel like this has been a very chaotic, non-chaos game so far. Ooh, that's bussin'. I don't know what that means. I hope it's not offensive. I just hear people say that, you know, that say that's bussin' when they mean it's good, so. Alright. Excellent. Alright, we are about to finish up, but there's one last thing I want to do. I just want to see where the different warp places take us. I think it's kind of neat. So we know where Clocktown gets us to. Where does Icona Canyon take us to? Oh! Okay. Sure. That's cool. Can FD make this jump? Otherwise, we're gonna have to come back to see what's in here. Ooh, I was close though. I'm back. My mum was chatty. Gotta love that. I love chatty mums. My mum's a very chatty mum too. I love it. Okay. We're gonna have to hold out on that chest a little bit. If we get a shield or a hook shot, we'll be able to get it. Well, we just went to Woodfall, so let's see where Woodfall takes us. Southern Swamp. How oddly fitting. Oh, there's a grass patch right here. We might as well collect it. That better not be an ice trap. Oh, that's excellent. Tell her to watch too. Yeah, tell your mums to watch. That's it. Everyone get your mums watching. Get your mums, get your children. That's a sword. But I'm fairly certain that... Is that an ice trap? Can Fierce Deity make this jump? No, it can't. Worth a shot. What titles do we have? We only have the Mountain title deed. Okay. Yeah, get your mums to watch, get your kids to watch, get your husband or your wife or your partner to watch. Heck yeah. Get your cats to watch. I love cats. Get your dogs to watch. I love dogs. Get your goldfish to watch. I think that's kind of iconic of them. Alright, where does Southern Swamp take us? We're just doing a little tour here of where we're going. Oh! Great Bay. Nice. Excellent. This has been a very weird scene so far. A good weird, but still weird. When we get, cool. When we get the hook shot, we can also go to Cal Grotto, by the way, which is going to be good. Alright. Let's just do a full tour. Let's see where are we? We're at Great Bay. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten that we haven't checked Mountain Village yet. That's coming. Stone Tower! We do not have to climb Stone Tower, and that makes me so happy. Oh, that's excellent. Nothing down there in terms of pots. Yes, though I'm pretty sure it would be a dead no during Survivor. Survivor's on tonight? Oh, well, it's kind of a good thing I missed it. I missed the last 2 nights because of other reasons. I swear, even if her children were getting married or something, if it clashed with Survivor, she'd be sending her apologies. That'd be my mom too. That'd be me. I scheduled my wedding for the, for like the off season for Survivor. On purpose. No, I'm kidding. Although if my fiance heard me say that, they'd be like, yeah, no, makes sense. Wouldn't question it for a minute. Alright. We're not gonna, we are gonna do our last few checks on the Song of Storings. We're not stopping that, but there is a grotto here we might as well check while we're here. It's one of these grottos where you kind of forget that it's there unless you're going past it or you're near the area and go, oh yeah, I need to check that. Oops. So let's quickly check that. mushroom. I'm so glad we came here for that. Have a wedding on Survivor. You know what? JLP, the true host of Survivor, if you want to, or Probst, Jeff Probst, if you hear this, let me be on Survivor. I'm Australian. But you can let me be on American Survivor. Or JLP, put me on Survivor. I'll get married on Survivor. I mean, you'll have to bring my fiance with me, obviously. I'm not going to get married to a random stranger. But, put me on Survivor, I'll get married on the season. There's my pitch. That's totally not going to work. But I can dream. Mountain Village, we haven't done that yet. Please tell me you've invited JLP to your wedding. JLP, if you're out there, this is your warning that you're coming to my wedding. That's not even an invite. Like, you're coming. Absolutely. I'll boost you on socials. Yeah, everyone can clip me saying, put me on Survivor so I can get married on Survivor. Oh, that's definitely a nice trap. We all know that's a nice trap. That is spinning very fast too, but it's fun. But yeah, clip me saying that that I'll go on Survivor and get married on Survivor to my fiance. Clip it, put it everywhere. Boost that. Get JLP involved. I want them to wish me a happy wedding. So stupid. It's not gonna work, but we can dream. Whee! That's right. We love the knockback traps. Oh crap. Well, we're just gonna have to wait for a second while I void out here. The knockback traps are so fun. I like them. I know there's another kind. There's fire traps. I don't know if they're enabled or not, but if we do see them, I'd be keen to see what they look like. I have an idea of what they look like. I have oh crap. I have a thought behind what they look like, but we'll have to see. Okay. Now let's do this without falling off the edge. You know what would just be easier? If we don't do this clip. The sky looks pretty at least. We don't even have to do this clip. That's the stupidest part. We have the powder keg. Let's just powder keg. There we go. Let's just quickly powder keg. We'll just do the grass here and we'll come back to the rest of our mining ranch later. Secret Shrine gives green rupee, green rupee. Excellent. Didn't you also say an hour ago you take a break to check on your blankets? Yes, but that was an hour ago and I decided instead of taking a break, because I got so sidetracked saying, oh yes, we're going to take a break so I can check on my, oh, Triforce piece. Check on my blankets in the dryer. And then I got so sidetracked talking about how excited I was to have a working dryer, that we never actually took that break. So I am going to finish soon-ish. We're just going to do last few checks. Give me that piece of grass. Thank you. We are going to just check the grass around Romani Ranch here, and check the last, Hyrule Market is foolish. Excellent. We already plundered that. We'll check the last few, Song of Soaring spots. Gold dust. Nice. Deku stick upgrade. Nice. And then we will call it here. Rather than doing a 3-hour stream with a break, we're going to do a 2.5-hour stream with no break, because that makes sense. That's mathin'. That math is mathing. Alright. Goro mask can be found in Termina Field. Believe it or not, I think we found it. If I have to freeze tonight because my blankets aren't done, that's so be it. That's not the way to do things, by the way, kids. Don't do that. Oh! Hey, that's kind of worth it. Low-key kind of worth it. Yeah, I know we got so many reports during that. Alright, last check here. Bottle of milk, Majora's Mask. Ooh, and money. We have now hit our max on rupees, which is very nice. Actually, that's a good point, Sally. So crates in Majora's Mask are randomized, and we have never actually bothered to check that until this moment. So it's actually a really good thing that we did check that, because there are plenty of crates in here, so we should just double check and do this. Goron race gives 10 arrows. So we know that marching for cuckoos only gets us a shock trap, which is shockingly bad. Sorry, that's so lame. But it is worth checking the crates around it. You did check, you forgot. Oh, good. I was going to say, I know I definitely checked for Ocarina of Time, but I couldn't remember if I checked for Majora's Mask or not. Because, it could have been randomized. Shocking. It is indeed. Butler Race gives Magic Jar. Excellent. That's good to know. So that's all the checks that we're going to do here. I'm not going to bother with Doggy Racetrack at the moment. In all honesty, I can't be bothered. Alright, so the last one that we haven't checked is Snowhead itself. Wasn't there something you wanted to buy for 375 rupees? Oh, that takes us back to Mountain Village. Okay, cool. So that should be all. We haven't found Zora Cape yet, which makes me think that Zora Cape is actually Zora Cape. Okay. Yes, that was the Hylian Shield in Ocarina of Time. We do want to get the Hylian Shield in Ocarina of Time. Thank you for reminding me. Let's quickly do that before we go. So we're just going to return to spawn. Believe it or not, this is the most effective way to get back to Hyrule Castle. To markets, to the markets in the castle. That's the one. This is the most effective way, I'm not even kidding. I don't think you can play Song of Time here, but we're going to check. Like, I just don't think it does anything here. No, it doesn't. Alright, cool. We'll go back to the Temple of Time, play Song of Time, and then we will go back to the markets. Again, this is the quickest way to get back to the castle for us. And it's fairly nice and easy as well. It's not a difficult way. Alright, while we are going and collecting our Hylian Shield and finishing off that check there, there is a small little matter of housekeeping to discuss. We are going to have our normal Thursday stream. Don't worry about that. I'm not cancelling stream on Thursday if that's what you're worried about. Instead, I mentioned last time that I was planning on hosting planning on setting up a YouTube channel to put all of our VODs, all the VODs on. And I'm happy to tell you that that's actually underway, and a lot of the VODs are now available on YouTube. I will share the link to that in the chat before we finish up tonight. But I wanted to let you know that's now happening. We now have our VODs online on stream, on YouTube. The only downside is because of the way that they're exported from Twitch, they're now currently very much out of order. So some of the Twilight Princess Randomiser videos were looped in with the Ocarina of Time, and they're all out of order. So what I will be doing is I will be, you can watch them as they are now, but what I will do is I will find, I will start creating playlists and sort of put that all together, make sure it's super easy for you to be able to view each separate randomizer in one sitting. So for a randomizer, it usually takes maybe like two or three streams to be able to finish a randomizer, sometimes longer. So I'll lump those streams together, so you'll be able to view the randomizers in order. Is it just Salbao on YouTube? I will link it now because it isn't Salbao specifically. It is at Salbao_VODs. So here it is now. Keep in mind that I am still in the process of uploading VODs. So I have until, I think, the end of July uploaded on YouTube now. So I'll be finishing up that hopefully by the end of the week and uploading everything else from August. It's just a little bit of a slow process because there's a certain amount of videos you can upload to YouTube per day, and I keep hitting that cap. So it is a slower process, but we are making progress on that though, and you'll be able to view all of that. This is just my time for shameless plugging, so there you go. And then yeah, you can stick them on in the background. Use them to sleep because my voice isn't annoying enough. You may want to hear it in your dreams too. Yeah, feel free to go back and watch them all. As I said, I'll be cleaning it all up in the next few weeks, making sure it's really easy to be able to access because at the moment it's a bit of a jumbled mess. But feel free to go check that out. That's not where the shield is. So there's my shameless plug. I will also be adding my YouTube channel to my list of links available on my Twitch profile, so you'll be able to access it there as well. Oh, it was only 195 rupees. There you go. So now we have the Hylian shield, which is somewhat useful, I guess, in Ocarina of Time, but it's going to be really helpful in Majora's Mask. That means that we'll now be able to do things like we'll be able to have ISG and bomb hovering. Or is it just Ocarina of Time? Oh, balls, it's only Ocarina of Time. That's annoying. Let's go see if we can buy the one in Majora's Mask then. Because I do also know that there was one in Majora's Mask. So let's go see if I've got enough money for it now. Gonna be really annoying if we don't. Alright, so yes, there's my shameless plug for the day. Feel free to go check out the YouTube channel. From after I've uploaded the backlog, okay, cool. After I've uploaded the backlog, the VODs for each stream will be available on YouTube within a day or two. So feel free to do that. Yeah, and feel free to give a shout out if you want to see anything in particular on the YouTube channel. Keep in mind, it's just me. I don't have an editor or anything like that. I mean, I have, you know, I'm a very small channel. No one particularly will be too interested in watching, you know, 20-something hours of Salbao VOD content. But, you know, if you do want anything in particular, just remember, I can try and edit things together, but it may take a long time. That's all I'm saying. But for now, we will leave it there with that shameless plug. And now that we've gotten 2 shields, we have gotten so much done today. Actually, let me just update this trackers before we go, because otherwise I'm going to forget next time. Okay, so we got the Zora mask, which is very nice. Next time we'll have to check that one chest that's underwater in Hyrule Field, and we'll be able to go to Pirate Sewers and get the hook shot, which is very nice. So we had a powder keg. 500 in there. We got the moons tier and that one. No, that one. I think that's pretty much it. Oh no, we also have Song of Time and Song of Healing as well, and Oath to Order, and Song of Soaring, and Keaton Mask, All Night Mask, Cry Mask. Yes, excellent. So that's now updated. Alright, next time on Thursday we'll go through and we'll continue on. For now, let's go find someone to raid because we love sharing the love around a little bit. Don't go anywhere. Please feel free to join the raid. Let's see who's going around tonight. It's our old favorite, Happy Pembles. We're gonna go start the raid, join Happy Pembles, see how they're going. Don't forget, if you're joining the raid, please feel free to share the love around, give them a like, watch their content, say hi, give them a follow. We're all small streamers just trying to do our part, so feel free to join them. But for now, I hope you stay happy, stay safe, and I will see you all on Thursday. Good night!